Asian people score so high and they work so hard, they make it more difficult for them to get it. They have to have higher grades and they have to have a higher score. They score them based on like social interactions,
which is crazy.
If you're studying 18 hours a day, like a lot of these Asian
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, well, it's their culture. Their culture is this like nose to the grindstone, hard work, disciplined culture. I had a buddy of mine.
And no one in America is mad at them for succeeding. We encourage it. It's good.
I had a buddy of mine that was a national Taekwondo champion while he was going through his medical residency. Mm-hmm. He was Korean, and no matter what he did, this guy won the nationals. He was the national Taekwondo champion, and he wasn't like talented either. It wasn't like he was
hard work.
It was 100% hard work.
Yeah.
And this fucking guy like would work all day long at school and then put his books in his backpack and walk upstairs to get a workout in.
I love it.
He would just do flights of stairs over and over again while he was at school because he had to do something and then go back to school. Won the fucking nationals like that.
And that's beautiful.
It's this kind of crazy work ethic that some Asian households instill in their children.
Yep.
And it's tough to compete with them. So what they've done is there's been lawsuits about it. I believe Harvard was sued, right? Was Harvard sued that they were discriminating against Asian Americans? So they have like ways that what they're saying is what they were complaining was that there's ways that they have that like accentuate certain attributes. Like that lets you get in, like social things that you do, different things that you do that give you extra points that they felt like was designed just to keep less Asian people in, to like
crazy
to push some of them out because so many of them were getting in there and dominating.
Yeah.
Dominating the fucking move.
But that's great.
Yes. Well, listen, man, if you come from
best of the best,
a hardworking household and you develop that work ethic, you might not be happy. That's part of the problem.
Yeah, well, I like that they complain about their tiger moms, and you're like, dude, they made you successful.
Right. You got to figure out how to be happy.
Right. That's up for you to do.
This is it, the lawsuit, a threat to what happened? An organization created by anti-race conscious admissions activist Edward Blum, citing itself Students for Fair Admissions, sued Harvard, alleging that the university discriminates against Asian Americans and seeking to prevent Harvard College and other colleges and universities from using a wide-ranging and thorough admissions process that considers the whole person.
Love that.
Interesting. So that's interesting though, because on paper that sounds like a good thing. A wide-ranging and thorough admissions process that considers the whole person. Like if you want to educate a child, right? You want a kid to go from being a young teenager to being an adult, and you're educating them. There is a social aspect to it. Right? Like you don't want to develop like complete sociopaths that just go to work. But you can't like stop that option. Like people want a quality of outcome. It's a very important point. But there's not a quality of effort. Mm-hmm. There just isn't. And in the mad dog race of life, you're occasionally going to get a Michael Jordan. You're going to get a guy who works harder than everybody, and he's gifted, and he's going to exceed. He's going to pass you all. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about Mike Tyson when he was 22 years old. Get the fuck out of the way. Best. Pick up tennis.
Yeah.
He's going to kill you.
Yeah.
He's going to kill you.
You want to be number 2, maybe?
Yeah. If you want to be number 2, you're eventually going to get to have fight number 1, and that's not going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be hurt.
So the world's not fair, right? And that guy, when you saw the way he trained when he was a young man, he trained like a person possessed.
Yep.
He lived it. He watched film all day.
Yeah.
He was obsessed with fighting.
That's all he had.
And talented and gifted. So if you have those things all together, the world is not fair.
Yeah.
And you can't make it fair with laws, and you can't make it fair with rules, and it doesn't make you any better to suppress someone in some sort of a way by diminishing their success. And that includes someone who's a fucking complete psychopath who studies 18 hours a day and dominates and starts a business when they're 19 and becomes a billionaire by the time they're 26, and then all of a sudden, buys Twitter from Elon Musk. You can't stop that.